Hi, English 102 students. I want to introduce you to our course. We will be following up on some of the ideas and skills that you learned in English 101. This is English 102, Composition 2. We start this page off with some announcements. We always encourage you to read the announcements because a lot of times your instructors will post helpful information and videos and tips to assist you in meeting the course objectives. On the right-hand side, we have what's called widgets. So sometimes your particular course may be organized a bit differently, but most of our courses have some combination of these widgets and maybe a few more that are there to give you quick access to information. For example, the Contact Your Instructor widget. You click on that and it takes you right to your instructor's information. The course schedule is very handy for keeping you on track. And the calendar as well. Once your instructor puts in due dates, the due dates will show up here in the calendar. And then APA resources, which is one of the many reference guides that we have embedded in this course. Along the top bar, we have contents, activities, tools, grades, and help. So you will frequently go to the contact link here in this bar and think of this on the left-hand side as a table of contents. That brings me to an important point. You do not need to buy a textbook for this class. We are using OERs, online educational resources. That is extremely handy for you and really for your instructors as well, because everything you need to do well in this course is embedded in the course already. Along this left-hand side table of contents, you can see what the main sections are. Getting started, and then we have 4 units, and then we have what's called our English Common modules. So those are helpful modules like the APA module that you can get to on the first homepage as well, but also some other helpful skills that are common within all English classes and frankly, other classes as well. Our class is broken up into 4 units: exploratory research, informative research, argumentative research, and then finally an oral and multimodal presentation in which you will be presenting to the class what you learned in the other units, especially the argumentative research paper. You can see how well you are and how thoroughly you are making your way through the course objectives and course content. So for example, in Unit 1, Exploratory Research Writing, we can tell we still have 5 items we haven't looked at yet. In getting started, since I've clicked through the class quite a bit, I've already clicked through all of the items in getting started. So this bar across here shows you what percent and how many of the topics you have already clicked through and looked at. So that is a really handy way to help you see that you've looked through all the important materials, such as the course orientation video, instructor information, the syllabus, our policies and expectations, required assignments and point values, and the course evaluation measures menu. In addition, you'll want to look at the course schedule and all the student resources that we have here at Delaware Tech for you. If your section is a Zoom section, you might have these items as well. Sometimes your instructor will hide resources that you do not have a need for. So don't worry if your pages don't look exactly like this page does. If, for example, you are in a 15-week section, you will see the 15-week calendar. In other sections, you might see the 11 or 10-week calendar. So this calendar has items linked. They're called quick links. So you can quickly get to your learning materials, activities and practices, and then the assignments themselves. So you will click through the class in a couple of different ways. One is using the table of contents. One is using what's called breadcrumbs across the top here. You can see, for example, in this case, going from right to left, we are in the academic integrity assignment, which is in a subfolder, Unit 1 Assignments and Submissions, which is in the larger Unit 1 folder. Another way you can get through the course is by clicking these arrows, right and left arrows, and those arrows are at the top of the page and at the bottom of the page. Our assignments include rubrics, so you can tell what it is that your instructor will be focused on as your instructor assesses and grades your work. You will also have information here within each assignment how to submit that assignment. I will not go into a lot of detail per unit because each unit has its own informative video to tell you what it is that you will be learning in that particular unit. So I will move on and talk about a couple other features of the course. If you click in your name, you can choose how you will get notifications sent to you through your email. So you can click on notifications. We really recommend you getting the Pulse app. You can change which email you have notifications sent to. You can even register your mobile phone number, and you can choose how often you get notifications and on what types of content you want to get notifications on. For example, if you want to know when an assignment due date is 2 days away, you will want to click here so that you get an email about it, or SMS, click here if you want to get another alert on your cell phone. And then customizing these notifications is quite helpful so you can keep on top of your grades, for example, and know when your grades are being released. These are just some of the ways that we hope we are meeting your needs and helping you get through English 102 Composition 2 successfully.